Welcome to Daily Wisdom, where every single day we seek to take a piece of God's wisdom and then apply that to our everyday life. Hey, I'm sorry I missed you guys yesterday. We had a wonderful week last week at Kids Camp at our church. It's this 3-night event where we do some awesome stuff for kids, and I just got exhausted and I wasn't able to put out a video yesterday. But we're picking up right back into our reading plan today, and our reading takes us to Luke chapter 14. And what happens in this chapter is Jesus encounters a Pharisee who invites him over for dinner, essentially, and he shows up at this meal at this prominent Pharisee's house, and a Pharisee is a religious leader in the Jewish community. And at this encounter, he runs into a guy who has some awkward swelling going on with his body, and then he proceeds to ask these religious leaders this when he sees this man with this physical condition. We're in Luke chapter 14, starting with verse 3. Jesus asked the Pharisees and the experts in the law, "Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath or not?" But they remained silent. So taking hold of the man, Jesus healed him and sent him on his way. Then he asked them, the religious leaders, "If one of you has a child or an ox that falls into a well on the Sabbath day, will you not immediately pull it out?" And they had nothing to say. You might be asking, why is Jesus asking these religious leaders such strange questions? And what he's trying to point out is quite simply that the moment you care more about being right and following the rules than you care about compassion and loving others, you've got it wrong. You are not aligned with God's priorities. God's priorities and your priorities are completely different. God told us through Jesus that he cares most about 2 commandments: loving him, loving God, and loving others with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength. And those 2 things are what should drive our decision making. But even today, we're just like these Pharisees at times, these religious leaders, where we can get so caught up in being right about our political perspectives, about our racial perspectives, about our social perspectives, and how we should live. We get so caught up in what we think are the right rules that we forget to be compassionate and loving to others. And that's really important for us to consider as we all begin our week together. And as the political season and the political machine is about to get moving, and it's going to try to divide us as people, to take sides against one another, let's remember that love and compassion should be expressed first. And that is always more important than being right. Compassion is king. And that's what our King Jesus taught us to be, is compassionate. And that's what he illustrated in this moment here with these religious leaders. Let's remember that as we start our week together. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, consider doing so. Also hit that thumbs up button. That'll help others to see this video if you found it encouraging. We'll see you tomorrow.